Good afternoon, I'm Isaac, and today I'll be covering the second half of our presentation. So we're going to start out with laws and regulations. So under criminal code, there's a spectrum of federal charges against cryptocurrency-related crimes. These include wire fraud, which is when false electronic communications are used to obtain money or valuables, identity theft and fraud, which target unauthorized use of another person's identity to commit crimes involving crypto, and of course money laundering charges, which are crucial when dealing with the disguising of processes from illicit activities through crypto. And each statute addresses the specific challenges posed by digital currencies and their use in illegal activities. So money service businesses, MSBs, act as the world's financial convenience stores, providing quick access to financial transactions. An MSB is a legal term used to describe businesses that transmit or convert money. Things like currency dealers or exchanges are like currency libraries exchanging one country's money for another. Check cashers function similarly to financial fast lane, converting checks into cash without needing the bank, basically. Virtual asset service providers, or VASPs, are like architects of the digital landscape, facilitating the infrastructure for virtual asset transactions, and they allow for the exchange of digital currencies, converting them to fiat. They also manage the exchange of one type of virtual currency for another, functioning like a digital forex market. In terms of regulatory agencies, there are several key bodies, and they're all listed here. But we'll talk about a few of them, to include Vinson, which is part of the U.S. Department of Treasury and plays a leading role in enforcing the Bank Secretary Act, which requires MSBs to maintain anti-money laundering controls and report suspicious activity. Another important regulator is the SEC, which oversees security markets and can step in when digital tokens are treated as securities, so in crypto. And then the CFTC also affects when cryptocurrencies are considered commodities, providing oversight of derivative markets such as futures and options. Additionally, the IRS, which we all know and hate, ensures compliance with tax obligations related to cryptocurrency transactions. These agencies all work in tandem to create a regulatory environment that aims to protect consumers and maintain the integrity of financial markets. And then for international regulation, the challenge of regulating crypto internationally is magnified with crypto. Crimes cross country borders effortlessly, which often outpaces the regulatory frameworks of individual countries. So to tackle this, the U.S. collaborates with international bodies like the FATF, or Financial Action Task Force, which helps establish just standards that everybody can follow. That way all these agencies are on the same page and they can understand how to fight the same fight. And then for ongoing challenges and future strategies, basically Crypto business models, you're just trying to stay ahead of the curve. So some business models that offer anonymity, like certain types of wallets and exchanges, pose significant challenges. These models can be exploited for money laundering or fund other illicit activities. And identifying these risks through continuous monitoring and intel gathering is what kind of all these agencies will try to perform. So when they work to implement regulatory measures that enforce transparency and compliance without stifling innovation in the markets, which includes requiring more stringent ID verification, transaction monitoring, and the reporting of suspicious activity. And specifically, the DOJ, Department of Justice, response in the strategies is to advance our technological tools for tracing and analyzing blockchain transactions, which are critical in linking digital identities to real-world entities like people, just linking the person to their digital ID, and also strengthening cooperative relationships between domestic and international law enforcement agencies to share intelligence, and best practices, just what works and what doesn't. So future strategies focus on preemptive action, like educational initiatives aimed at both consumers and businesses to foster deeper understanding of crypto risks and legal obligations. With that, this concludes my section, and I will turn it over to Austin for questions in the real world. Thank you.